Hi, welcome to my channel, Takia Katero. Today is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then do not force it to be your story. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. So, my last video was yesterday, which was Monday, and the day before that was Sunday. Alright, I just ate something, so that's why I'm like, sorry, give me a minute. I'm going to start off with Kipper. I feel like it's like, I don't know. I gotta start with this one, I guess. It says yes right there. Look. That's so funny. Alright, I'm gonna start with this one and then I'll move into Kipper. What the heck? Alright. So the first card that came out, well, the first two cards that came out is My Smile is Authentic. So you're genuinely happy. You're genuinely happy and you're like a generally happy person. So that's good. Right? And the second card is the letter D. So it could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial name of a word or place. I just got it. Somebody's trying to put a death to your smile. Like, somebody doesn't want to see you be smiling anymore. They don't want you to be happy, laughing, cheerful, full of joy. This person, their name could start with the letter B. Could be somebody, or oh my gosh, wow. The letter B flipped out, right? As I was going to close the deck again, it flipped out. So this could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial name of a word or place. I know now. So whoever this person is, right, their name could start with the letter B or the letter D, whatever. But I'm getting that whoever this person is, they're trying to figure out a way how to backstab you to the point where their smile is like melted off your face or taken off your face or like gone from your face. So this person, they're trying to figure out a way to like really like drive the knife in and like get in deep in there. I know that sounds so gory, but that's essentially a backstabber. That's what they're trying to do. Because they don't want to see you smiling. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you full of joy. I'm hearing this person is saying heads will roll. So this is somebody who's like really out for blood. Yours. Right? They don't want you smiling and happy and blah, 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 blah. They don't want that. Alright? So you have that in your energy. But there's something about your divine essence. So let me take that back. So you could also be in the energy of like, I'm taking what's mine, right? Because I've also been hearing that a lot. I'm taking what's mine. I'm coming for what's mine. I'm taking what's mine. I've been hearing that a lot like the past week and a half or so. And I'm like, dang, like what is that? So I feel like you're in this energy of like what's yours is yours. And no, you're not sharing. No, you're not giving it up. No, you're not giving up your seat. No, you're not scooching over. No, like this is mine. You're in that energy and that's part of your... It coincides with your divine essence, divine timing, okay? Those are two different things, by the way. But anyways, and so when you're in that energy, there's also something about your boundaries. Your boundaries are up and running. I'm getting like, oh my god, I'm playing this game, right? It's such a good game. It's called The Planet of Lana. It runs like Limbo, a little bit like Little Nightmare. It's not the gory part, but like the constant like streamline of like the routine of the route. It's a one path route kind of it. So that's what I mean. Like it kind of runs like Limbo. If you ever played Limbo, you know what I'm talking about. But It's basically you're just going down one linear pathway and you have to like get past obstacles and move this and do the little puzzles and all that stuff. It's a constant, never-ending thing of puzzles. Anyway, so the game, The Planet of Lana, which is a really good game, anyways, it's beautiful too, beautiful. There's a lot of technology in the game, and there is like this wall that the little boy had to go through, because you play as like a little boy. So there was like this wall that you had to go through, but the wall, it was like flickering and lightning blue, because it was like an electric wall. It looked like this, but it was a wall of electricity. So I feel like that's how your boundaries are. Your boundaries are like up and running, okay? So I'm going to try to figure out how to backstab you, but they need to get past that electric boundary wall of yours. I don't know. Anyways, so that's that. Okay. I don't know why, but I just got very disinterested in this reading. It just like... So this could be somebody you're not interested in at all, or someone you put boundaries up with, or someone that's not in your energy at all, or like, but they're trying to find a way to get inside your orbit. Because if they find a way to get inside your orbit, then huzzah! I finally know how to, they're gonna be able to figure out they're trying to figure out a way to backstab you. So, so this could be a reason why this person is not in your orbit right now. Yeah, this is somebody that's not in your orbit. They're trying to find a way to how to get inside of your orbit. But the only reason why they're not allowed inside is because the only reason why they want to get inside your orbit is to backstab you, because they want to put an end to your authentic smile, your genuine happiness, and you being generally happy. That's why they're not allowed, because you're in your, I don't know, purpose right now. This is part of divine timing, and somebody's trying to disrupt that, trying to get into the way of that. So the card that came out, it says God is calling them out of sin. Will they answer the call? Do they want to be saved? Time won't wait. So whoever this person is, they could have attachments to them, or God is like just keeping them at bay, because God's like, yeah, we know why you want to be around the collective. We're not going to let that happen. The collective is doing something. They're busy. So you being around them is going to be a burden and a bother. So we're not allowing that. It's not happening. You got the letter T. It could be someone's first, last, middle, initial, name of a word or a place. But I feel like this person feels like they're running out of time of trying to get inside your orbit. They need to like backstab you. They need to do this. They're out like on a time limit. But right now, the way it feels for this individual or these individuals, it's very rushed, very, very rushed, very panicky. They're very panicked, all right? It is crazy because they're in this energy, and you're going to pick up on that. You're going to be like, no, maybe not. Like, oh, do you? Hey, yeah. So, I think you should really, really go. I think you should really, really go. Come to this party with us. You should really, really go. I'm good on that. Thanks, but I'm all for ears if you want to tell me how the party went after, right? So it's like that. It's weird. It's very. I don't know. It's like something ill, gross about this energy. Like it's kind of like one of those energies. Like you ever been around a person? And their energy is just so cringe and dirty. Like you just want to hop in the shower to just wash off whatever you just felt. It's like a feeling that crawls all over your, like it makes you want to like it's so nasty. It's just it's like that. That's this energy. That's this person. Like you're gonna feel it. Like like, let me just sink inside of my body so that way I can further myself away from you. It's like that. It's really bad. It's really bad. You just have like a natural physical repulsion towards this individual. This is the individual that I don't know what they're doing in their lives, but 949, but whatever they're doing in their lives, God does not want you to be around them or around that. No. You're not allowed. Okay? You're doing something wholly different. So you could be doing something holy, right? You're doing something completely different, like entirely different, like of the divine, right? That could be like, I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing. It could be anything. I don't know. But you're doing it. And God's like, yeah, you're my collective, my baby, my children, they're already doing something, so no, you're not bothering them. It's kind of like, I don't know how relatable this could be, but I feel like almost every member of the collective always had that one friend that their mother, their father, their guardian, caregiver, whatever, did not ever approve of or didn't really like, or it just rubbed them the wrong way. Okay, now that person, right, and maybe you realize, oh, this is my mom or my dad or my whatever, they don't like you. That's what I get it now, or whatever. But whoever, it's that same energy. It's crazy because let's say your mom or your dad or your parent, whatever, they just have this thing, like there's something, their environments, their upbringing, this child, their attachment, whatever it is, okay? But I feel like almost everyone, we all have a story where our parents just didn't like that one friend. And now imagine that one friend constantly calling and trying to knock on your door and trying to send you messages, and right? And God is the parent. God is your father. God is your mother. God is your parent, right? That's your parent. You're the child. So this person's constantly like, hey, can I play with so-and-so? Hey, can so-and-so talk? Hey, can I just talk to so-and-so? Hey, I'm trying to manifest so-and-so. Hey, can I run into so-and-so? And God is like, so God is the parent that's like, yeah, that's that friend, or that's that person, or that coworker, or that neighbor, or that whatever. I don't, So God is keeping them away from you. It's the same energy, right? So... And it's crazy because I really don't feel like this is affecting you in any way. The lack of presence of this person, or the lack of presence of these people, it's not bothering you because you're genuinely happy, right? You're good. You're good on your end. I don't even think you noticed that these energies are like, oh wow, I forgot all about them. I haven't seen them in forever. Oh wow, okay. It's kind of like, you could have like a really good cutoff game, like you're like, when you forget about somebody, or when you excommunicate someone, or when you distance yourself from someone, like you literally have to be like, hey, do you remember this person, right? Because it's just like, oh yeah. There's something like that, like you're not even, like their absence has no effect on you, and it shows because you're genuinely happy, and you're generally happy. Like it's like you're just generally happy all around, all across the board, right? And it's not like it's toxic positivity, right? Because you understand that there are sad days, and then there are things that frustrate you, and then there are difficulties and obstacles, but overall, like your general state of mood is like, yeah, you're fine, you're happy, and that's not a bad thing. As long as you're aware of the other emotions, they exist, and you acknowledge them, and when you feel them, you don't just bottle them up, right? You don't suppress them. So it's just, I think that's fine. That's normal. That's fine. That's actually very healthy, right? But I think it bothers these people that their absence has no effect on you. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm not? You don't miss me? Miss you? I forgot you existed. What can I miss that, So I think it bothers these people. And it bothers them even more because their absence has no effect on you. And it's really messing with their mind, because it's like, so you don't miss me? So did you ever miss me? Did you ever like me? Were we ever friends? Were we ever family? Were we ever lovers? Were we ever? And it's just like, it's not even about that. It's just, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Cry forever, hold on forever, and stay in one place forever? No. I mean, so it does bother them that their absence is not affecting you, right? So that fact alone, the fact that their absence doesn't bother you, actually bothers them more, right? More, that little part right there, it bothers them way more than actually not physically being in your orbit, which is crazy, right? Because now that tells me my glasses. Now that tells me that you're operating out of ego. Now your ego is threatened. Your ego feels some type of way. Your ego wants to feel superior. And you cannot cater to someone else's ego because that's not your job. Like, no. So they're operating that panicky. Oh my gosh, I just got really dizzy. Oh my gosh. That panicky feeling that they're feeling, that's their ego. That's coming from their ego. Right? Their ego is very rushed, very very anxiety filled. Very, we're gonna get forgotten. We're gonna get forgotten. That's the ego. That's the ego. Oh my gosh. I'm like, so yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, what the heck was that? I feel like everything, like, I don't know, like, it just feels like my, how do I explain this? Like, my consciousness was shaking. I don't know. Like, you ever get like a globe? Like one of those little globes, and then you shake it, and the globe is still, because you're holding it, but all the glitter particles and like the little fake snow, that's what's swirling around in there. That's literally how I felt. I mean, yeah, I was moving, but like the dizziness was like inside. It wasn't like physical, it was just like inside. I don't know how to explain that. Whatever. I'm gonna move on. So yeah, however they're living their lives could be multiple people. It's just not. And you know, these could be good people. But I digress, because obviously they're trying to backstab you. But I'm not saying that like everybody that you excommunicate are bad people. It's just that sometimes you just go different paths, and you know, they're not good. They're not bad people, but you're not exactly aligned with certain beliefs, certain ideals, certain core values, whatever. But that doesn't make any, like, people who believe things differently than you do bad. Now, if they're hurting somebody or being wicked, you know, that's self-explanatory, right? So anyways, but these people are probably not good, because God is calling them to move away from something, but they're not moving away from them. That's why they're not allowed around you, and they want to backstab you. So I don't think they're good. I've also been getting, I've heard this phrase a couple times now, since like I think yesterday. It was, what was it? Something wicked this way comes. And which is interesting, because actually that's a movie. That's a really old movie. And I always wondered where that phrase came from. Something wicked this way comes. Let me Google this. I didn't realize that's a movie. It looked like a really old movie. It's on Disney, I guess. Oh yeah, that's the same poster. So this one came out in 1983. I should watch this. Something wicked this way comes is a line from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. Yeah, that's where I heard it from. But I don't know if it has anything to do with the movie. The line signifies the impending arrival of evil, while in Bradbury's work it evokes arrival. So there's two different people that wrote about it. You got William Shakespeare, which is the play that I'm talking about, how it signifies the impending arrival of evil. And then another, an author, I should say, Ray Bradbury, he wrote a novel, and it has that line in it. And I guess in his version, it evokes the arrival of a sinister carnival that preys on the dark desires and secrets of its victims. Oh. So that's the novel. So that's what the movie is based off of. That movie, Something Wicked This Way Comes, that came out in 1983. I'm assuming that was based off of the novel, because the novel came out in 1962. So is that the case? A villainous carnival owner? Yeah, so that's the movie. So the movie is based off of the novel, but the play came out first, obviously. Huh. The line suggests that the witch senses the approach of something malevolent, and it is uttered just before Macbeth himself arrives, signaling his own descent into wickedness. So that's in the play Macbeth. Ooh, hold on, I gotta look something up now. So the line from the play, it's Act 4, Scene 1 of Macbeth. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes, and it's spoken by a witch. So the play Macbeth. So the play Macbeth tells the tragic story of a brave Scottish general, Macbeth, who is spurred by ambition and a prophecy from 3 witches to murder King Duncan and seize the throne. So he's the general. And the general, 3 witches told the general this about the king. Driven by paranoia and Lady Macbeth's encouragement, he commits further atrocities leading to his downfall. He is eventually defeated and killed by Macduff in battle, and Malcolm becomes their rightful king. The play begins with 3 witches on a heath who prophesy that Macbeth will become the Thane of Cawdor and then the King of Scotland. They also foretell that Macbeth's friend Banquo will father kings but not be one himself. So wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Someone heard something, or they were told something about themselves. This is someone that's outside of your energy. Because I'm getting here like this guy Macbeth. So basically he heard something about himself, and when he saw like an inkling of it becoming true, so the first part of the prophecy was that he would become Thane of Cawdor. Yeah, Thane of Cawdor, and then after that he would be the king. But I think when he became Thane, I think that's when a bunch of paranoia set in for him and his wife. And then they started like, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, let's say, well, perfect example, I'm just going to use it because I'm already there. The 3 witches told Macbeth that he was going to be Thane of Cawdor and then he was going to be king. But I think because of the paranoia and the lack of guidance and mistrust, Macbeth and his wife, after he became Thane of Cawdor, they took it way too seriously, and they thought that they had to take it upon themselves to do these things to become king. He eventually became king, but then it was a mess. I think, so, like, let's say God said, oh yeah, you're going to have a mansion, right? I'm just using this as an example, right? And whoever was told that by God, they thought that they had to, like, kick someone out of their mansion or rob someone's mansion or rob a bank to buy a mansion. And when God said none of that, God just said you're going to have a mansion one day, right? But I feel like when God is telling you something, you don't have to take it in your hands and make things like forcing it. Like, who told you to rob a bank to get money to, like, purchase that mansion? Who told you to kick someone out of their mansion so you can have the mansion? God had said none of that. He just said you're going to have a mansion. But I think that people get really caught up and paranoid about the hows and the whys. Like, how am I gonna? So I feel like people too, like, when they don't, they just let their imagination run wild. So I feel like whoever is in this energy is very panicky, very paranoid, very ego driven. And I feel like this person, they're going to try and force something their way. But by doing it like that, it's just going to ruin it. Because let's say they were once told that you were their divine masculine or you were their divine feminine, right? And I don't know what happened. They didn't step up to the part. So God's like, okay, well, obviously you're not fit to be their divine partner. So you can't be their divine partners. So this is someone who would, like, be doing the most, like, some crazy things to be your divine partner. Well, God said yeah, but obviously if it's not happening right now, there's a reason why. You can't just force your way on someone, right? Like, even if you're meant to be together, you still, like, hello, take your time. Like, you know, it's just something about the boundaries is really, really important here. And I think they had been put up. So I don't know how those examples are going to help you, okay? But this is someone who's trying to put something in their own hands or take something in their own hands, or they were told something. This could even be something, oh yeah, you can join or something like that. And they feel like they have to do the most to join. I don't know. Because now it's kind of borderlining on, like, cults and, like, certain groups and things like that. And I don't like that. It's so funny. Even so, even in like video games, like I don't even like joining like clans or nothing like that. Like I don't know why, but that whole beehive mindset, it's really like, I don't know. I don't like that. We have, you're fulfilling a dream you couldn't in a past life. So this is very powerful right here. Whatever that's going on right now, okay, it's the reason why you're kind of like, you've got like these electric fire walls up. There could even be something about your internet as well. My God, we have Sagittarius. This is the heaviest energy that I've been getting back to back in a while. The Sagittarius. Let's read what it all says. Synthesis of known data. That's very technology right there. Search for meaning of things, morals, understandings, wisdom, philosophy, ethics, higher learning, spirituality, media relations. So somebody could be trying to hack into your devices to see if you got anything in there, so that way they can use it for the internet or use it to backstab you or betray you, whatever the case it is. Somebody could even be searching for things that, there's just someone whose imagination is really running wild. I feel like they're searching for things like in their mind because they've imagined it must be true. It's like they know, quote quote, something exists about you, whatever the case, so they're trying to find it so that way they can like blackmail or betray you with it. I don't know, but there's not a lot around you, so let's just leave it at that. Because whatever you're doing right now, I don't know what it is. You could be a doctor, you could be an Uber driver, I don't know, you could go to the local shelter every day and play with the animals, I don't know, okay, you would know. But whatever it is that you're doing something. This is my smell is authentic. D, divine essence, and then divine timing. You're fulfilling a dream you couldn't in a past life. So there's something really important about you, powerful and sacred about you, and you need to keep going. You need to keep going with this, and that's why there's like heavy. You're like, I don't want to say it like this, but you're like heavily being monitored right now, but like not in a way where like monitoring spirits, more in a way where, like, let's say you have like these bodyguards and they got to make sure that you're good. It's like you have like these unseen bodyguards around you. That's really what's secret addictions. So someone could be thinking that could be what it is that they're looking for. Someone thinks that you have a secret addiction. Now this could be because they have a secret addiction, or because they thought you had a secret addiction, or because they heard that you had a secret addiction, right? So this could be something like that, like the whole Macbeth thing, right? So once he heard something about him, he started getting paranoid and trying to do everything he possibly can to make it come to fruition. But it was done in the worst ways possible, right? And eventually it became his downfall. So this could have been someone who heard something about you. Maybe that you had a secret addiction, anything, right? Who heard that you had a secret addiction. Now this could have been told by an enemy of yours, or I don't know. That part doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, okay? So whatever. But this person heard that you had a secret addiction. So they went with it. So they were doing the most on the internet, on social media, probably physically stalking, spying, keeping tags on you, talking to people that you may know, whatever the case it is, hacking your devices, doing the most because they heard this. Now this could have been a person that already felt some type of way about you too. So if they heard you had a secret addiction, they're gonna scour the internet, right? Scour the internet, as far back as they can, because it's gotta be. I know it is, right? And then come to find out, it's not even true, or it was like exaggerated, and they could have also been doing things to like get you in that energy of having addictions. All right. But anyways, I don't know what's going on with this person. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who these people are, but they really wanted you to have a secret addiction, and come to find out their secret addiction is doing this to you. Spying, stalking, watching, trying to scour your internet, trying to hack your internet, trying to be in your life, trying to be in your energy, trying to get you caught up, trying to frame you, trying to do this, trying to do that. If that doesn't scream obsession, I don't know what does. Right? So this is someone who could be really obsessed with you, but I feel like they're not in your boundary right now. They're not in your orbit. They so badly want to be in your orbit. But it's crazy because God knows, like, you were just trying to set up and frame and do this and do that to prove, right, quote, quote, prove my collective has an addiction. For what? Why did you want to prove something that doesn't exist so bad? Because of ego. So no, you cannot be around my baby. No, absolutely not. I'll get one more and then I'll switch to Kipper. They are being haunted. So that's another reason why someone's like very panicky and very like, oh, that's my hair in the back. It is in the front? That's the front. Very panicky, very blah. Okay? They're in that energy. I don't know. I just, there's something so exhausting about this energy, and this energy makes you want to like, you ever see something like gross and it's just like, oh, right? It's like that. This is this person's energy, and it's just so rotten. So rotten. Oh, you know who I'm getting? Robbie Rotten. I mean, rest in peace, because the actor passed away of cancer. So, Robbie Rotten from the show Lazy Town. It's like an old Nickelodeon show. It's called Lazy Town. And Robbie Rotten, he just wanted everybody to be lazy. He just wanted everyone to be lazy and like having no fun and just be dull and not make any noise and be quiet and like don't play, don't go outside, just stay inside and be boring and dull and lazy. So this is giving me Robbie Rotten energy. Robbie Rotten was a guy, so this could be karmic masculine, right? Who wants you to have these. Another thing I was gonna say this, but I got cut off. Either they have secret addictions, right? Which is another reason why they're so obsessed with you having secret addictions, or they heard you did, or they want you to. But this person, they're definitely dealing with their own issues and blah 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 blah. But that is not your problem. On the bottom of the deck, it says Proverbs 28:13. He who covers his sins will not prosper, but whoever confesses and forsakes them will have mercy. So this person wants to be in your energy, but in the same exact breath, like, they're keeping one of the worst secrets from you. And it's like, well, and God's like, well, okay, well, unless you say something, I don't know where you're going, because it's not here. I don't know who you're trying to talk to, because it's not my collective. So I don't know what to tell you. Either confess, right? Either confess, or you're gonna have to keep it pushing, because you're not. This is not over here, right? So I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. That's up to them. I don't know if they're gonna say anything or not, but. I got an email, and the first thing the email says, "See you soon." That's courtship upright. So you could be in a partnership. You could be getting courted, or you're courting somebody. You're heading into whoa, my nose is itchy. So this is on the beginning stages of a relationship is happening right now for you. All right, or it's about to. All right, so this is a new partnership that you're entering. This partnership, there's a 4 at the top of it. It's also going to lead. I've just seen 3444. Okay, so you're very protected, all right? And now the 2 of you could be making a little bebe. So the 2 of you could be a 3 of you. Another thing I'm getting is that with this 4 here, there's also something about it's just a lot in my brain. You could also be getting something about like the home life, a family dynamic, you know, the coziness, right? You could be, this person wants you to be a mother to their children, right? Or you want to be the mother of their children, right? There's that Cancer energy with that 4th house. You could be Cancer, they could be Cancer, or there's just something about like that wholesome home dynamic, right? So there's that. On the bottom of the deck, we have Courthouse in reverse. So something did not pan out in court. I'm getting like there was like a judgment called on you, or something like a verdict. Someone tried to like, I don't know, claim a narrative, open a case in your name, and it got dropped. It didn't go through. It's like someone tried to call judgment on your character, that you were that you had secret addictions, that you were addicted to whatever. I don't know. So there was a judgment being put around you, or someone tried to really plant a judgment on you, or like an identity on you that you had addictions, but you were just keeping it a secret, right? And whoever this person is, they know. They just gotta find proof, right? It's true. Believe it. I just gotta get the proof. I just gotta find it. So this person could have tried to spend years trying to dig up proof and trying to get evidence on something that doesn't exist because they wanted so badly for it to be true. And when it's come to find out it's not true, and you don't get labeled as an addict, or as a this, or as a that, that's why they're so panicky right now, because it's like people are already believing, oh, the collector's not an addict. Oh my god, well, I have to do something. I have to get in their energy. I have to plant something on them. I have to at least make it believe. See, I told you, because they're at that part right now in their story where that panic energy, they're trying to plant something on you to now fulfill what they've been trying to like prove for years and years and years, right? Now imagine someone has been trying to prove that you were like an addict or an abuser or a narcissist, whatever, for like a good 5 to 10 years, right? And you're really not, right? This is for your story, collective. You're really not. And not only that, but people are like, aren't you gonna, like, why do you keep saying that about them? Why do you keep bringing that up? Why do you keep saying that about them? You've been saying that for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and, you know, they're not an addict, or they're not crazy, or they're not this, or they're not that, right? Like, we've been watching them. You told us to watch them. You're over here saying that they're a chef. Believe it, they're a chef, and come to find out we've been watching them, and they're like a teacher. That's all they do. They're not a chef. They're a teacher. I don't know, whatever, right? But I'm just using that so I don't have to like keep going down the extremes, right? But they were proving something so bad because they wanted it to be true. They wanted it to just have that ha ha ha, yes, I am better than you moment so bad that it became their downfall, because now, right, this energy is very panicky, very like shifty, very erratic. They could also be not really paying attention to their health as much, or they're just very stinky. Something very stinky about them. I feel like they picked up on a stinky person in my reads last week, right? So now this person's like really like in that hurried, rushed energy, because like, yeah, you're not about to be labeled as something that you're not, and they need to. And it could even you could have already gotten that judgment. Like people could have already been like, yeah, they're not. Don't listen to them. They're not, whatever, right? But now I feel like this person, they're just like, yeah, no, I still have time. No, you don't. You don't have time. You don't have time to prove what doesn't exist. If you couldn't prove what doesn't exist in all this time, you think you're going to be able to prove it in 5 minutes? No. So I feel like that's kind of the amount of time that they have. It's like minutes to days energy, right? So like in the Chronicles of Narnia, they were gone for like years and years and years and years, and it was like a second or so in the other world, like right, not in Narnia, the human world, the Earth world, the non-magic world, I guess, whatever. Right, and when they went back through the wardrobe, they were like right back as children again. So it was like literally no time has passed. So I feel like this person, it's like view it like that. They're over here thinking that they're in Narnia, they have all the time in the world, but they're not realizing that the path that they went down right? They're about to go like a path or a door or whatever any second now, and it's gonna be like as if no time. Like you really don't have any time at all. You don't have any time, no time, zero time. This person thought that they had time to do something, but actually in reality that was a joke on them because they never had time to do something. And in fact, the spiritual, while this person thought they had time to do things out here, make up evidence and blah 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 blah, they were being watched in the spiritual. So they have like a RICO case on them in the spiritual world or whatever the case it is, right? So over here they're like, oh yeah, I got 5 more minutes to try and set up the collective and blah 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 blah. They already got in the spiritual. Like, no, you don't. You don't have 5 nothing. No 5 minutes, $5, 5 pennies. No, you don't have nothing. So that's that. So my neighbor's doing yard work. We have official person upright on the floor that came out. So someone of authority is coming your way to tell you something, or to I feel like it's to give you something. They're gonna give you something. Maybe like give you an apology, give you a letter. They're gonna give you something, right? Something that you can use energetically. Now you can, how are you gonna use apologies? Well, because it's gonna energetically affect you in a certain way, and now you can alchemize that. Simple, very simple, duh. Right? So I don't know what it is, but you have an official person that wants to gift you something or give you something. Now I'm seeing the word gift. They want to give you, I don't know, something, but it's good. It's a good thing. So as soon as I opened my mouth, I heard I shouldn't say that, so I'm just gonna, I'll get another card and then I will, I need to, that was fast. We have marriage in reverse. So this is someone that you could have divorced, had an unhappy marriage. You could have broken up with, could have had an unhappy relationship with them. This is an ex. Now, this could be like an ex-friend or ex-family member, but this is someone that you were once intimate with. So this is like an ex-intimate person of yours. I keep burping, sorry. Yeah, this is an ex-intimate person of yours. And it's crazy because it's like, how are you going to claim them as your husband, wife, boyfriend, or girlfriend, but in the same exact breath, you're trying to set them up for ruin. You're trying to prove that your husband, wife, boyfriend, or girlfriend is an addict when you know they're not. Like, that's weird, right? So that's why whatever this boundary that was set, God's like, all right, perfect. You did it on your end. Now we can do the rest spiritually. That is wicked. Oh, something wicked this becomes. Thief in reverse. So whoever this person is, they cannot steal something from you. They're not going to be able to take your reputation, your light, your smile, your genuine, general happiness, your energy. They're not going to be able to take what they wanted to take from you. I do think for a lot of you, it could also have been your reputation, because they wanted to, like, wherever you would walk, it would say right in big bold letters right on your forehead or like above your head, like a sim. Like, this is who they are. This is their identities, just so everybody knows. So when you see the collective, you see them as this. You see them as that. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. They wanted you to be seen as something so bad. And they went practically to the ends of the earth to try to prove it. If you ever went on if you ever went on a vacation, or like you took some time off, whatever the case it is, right? Maybe you traveled, went to see family, friends, solo vacation, family vacation, whatever, right? And when you came back, you just popped up again, whatever, and someone out in public saw you, and I know this because this happened to me, and I'm just like, so, and this person, they asked me, they were like, oh my god, where have you been? I was like, yeah, I was blah blah. They're like, oh my god, really? I was told that you went to a drug rehab. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The girl, because it was a feminine, and she told me, she was like, yeah, I heard that you went blah blah. And I'm like, that's the wildest story. That's the first time I'm hearing about it, and you're telling me the story about me, right? How am I? This story is supposed to be about me, and this is the first time I'm hearing about it. So if you have someone like ask you like some wild thing about, like, if you ever like, oh, I heard you got into this accident, or I heard you went into rehab, or I heard you went to the hospital, or I heard like something crazy. The best way to figure out who said that about you is to figure out who of you that person knows. Like, what friends do they know of yours, neighbors, coworkers, whatever, right? Just follow the line, because that was magic that was done to set a narrative of you. Follow the line, you'll find out. But as soon as we had that conversation, I was like, oh, okay, I followed the line. This person, then that person, then this person. You just follow the line. That's it. It's not that hard, right? Just like when you send a message on the internet, it can be traced back, or when you send a text message, it can be traced back from who sent it, right? I feel like 4646, I feel like it's like that with like energy, with words, things like that. You can always trace it back to where it comes from, because it leaves like a signature. I don't know how else to explain it, but I've said this multiple times. It leaves a signature, right? You might as well have put yours truly, blah, 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 CEO of blah, 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 right? As soon as she said that to me, she might as well just said, from yours truly, blah, blah, like, girl, those are not your words, all right? Somebody told you that. And so when she said that to me, I was like, this is new to my ears. And you're telling me something about me, like, that's new. Okay. So yeah, this one chick, she came up to me and she was like, yeah, I heard you went to a drug rehab because this, and I'm like, I just couldn't help but laugh, because I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? So if you have someone like saying something, oh, I heard this, I heard that, either one of two things. Either one, somebody is trying to plant that narrative on you, or two, that's also like a monitoring spirit to figure out where you actually were, or what you actually do, or, you know, where you're going, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so two things to be mindful. Either way, just be cautious. That's all. Alright, I'll get some tarot and then I'll close the reading. Oh, it's already charged, which is good, because I gotta charge my Switch, because I wanna play my game. The Queen of Cups. I love it. Beautiful, soft, genuine, gentle, kind, warm. So you could be the Queen of Cups. You're being seen as the Queen of Cups. Somebody wanted the Queen of Cups. Doesn't matter about your sign. You could be Gemini, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You can be any sign. I heard, don't forget about a fucus. So any of those signs. So you could be any of these signs, but somebody did not want you to be seen as a Queen of Cups upright. They wanted you to be seen as someone who had secret addictions, right? And if you're seen as someone who has secret addictions, then I feel like whoever this person is in the marriage card reversed, this could be a karmic feminine, karmic masculine, ex of yours, whoever that person is, they knew that you were always granted or guaranteed or bound for another courtship, and it made them feel some type of way because they weren't part of that, or they couldn't be a part of that, or whatever is part of your inheritance. Like if you're 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, like, you know, it's kind of like when you're married out here, half of yours is mine kind of energy, right? So this person really felt slighted because they weren't your person or you weren't their person. And so to take it out on you, to betray you, to backstab you, to kind of like, oh, well, I'll show you for divorcing me, or I'll show you for breaking up with me, or I'll show you for quitting my job, or whatever the case it is. They wanted to paint you out as being a secret addict, right? That you were definitely an addict, but it's a secret. And no one, that's why nobody knows. That's why nobody knows. It's crazy, right? But yeah, he definitely is, or she definitely is. I'll prove it to you. Watch. You see? And when you say it like that, right? This is a really good liar, because they'll tell you things and it's like, oh my gosh, that's gotta be true, because they must believe it because the way they're delivering it, right? So they didn't want you to be seen as a Queen of Cups, or if you're a divine masculine, as a King of Cups. So take it how it resonates. But I think there's some sort of police officer or person of authority, someone that's supposed to like do something for citizens, people in the community, right? I don't know, this could be whatever. Oh, Ace of Swords up right in the bottom of the deck. But I feel like this person, they want to like apologize to you. They want to like give you an apology. I keep getting that. This official person wants to apologize to you on behalf of whatever this crazy mess, blackmail, trying to set you up, trying to paint you as this energy is. They want to apologize to you on their behalf, because maybe if this was like they thought about it too, like, oh my god, that's crazy, let's go spy on them, let's go stalk on them. You know, if you're saying that your ex-wife, or you're saying that your ex-husband, you know, then we'll find the proof and I'll help you, right? Because they're over here thinking that they're doing justice because they're an official person. So in their mind, if there's corruption, if there's evil afoot, let's go find it, let's go get it. Of course I will help you, absolutely. Come to find out, the only evil was, you know, this person could have been a person in the law and they were being used by this person. So that's another reason why they could want to apologize to you, right? And I feel like it's crazy because you don't even know any of this was happening, but because out of good conscience, because it's weighing on their guilt, out of good conscience, they feel like they should. They feel like they have to. You may not know this was happening, but I know, and that's enough for me to like feel some type of way about it. And I'm trying to get right with God, so I gotta tell you, right? So you don't know any of this was happening, but out of good conscience, because they want to be right with God, they're gonna tell you. So at this point, you're gonna have to let the chips fall where they may. The moon reverse on top of the Queen of Cups upright. So there's something that's about to be revealed. It could be who you truly are, your identity, which is a Queen of Cups upright. Okay? That's who you are. It's not like, I don't know what the problem is, but it's like this person wanted you to be kept a secret or hidden, who you really are, secret or hidden, and it's like you cannot be kept hidden. You cannot be kept a secret. Like, you're being seen. So I think that's another part that was what you couldn't fulfill in a past life, being who you truly are, or having your own identity, or always having someone to try to blanket your identity or try to claim you as something that you're not, always being seen as something that you're not. And I feel like in this life, that's what you couldn't do in a past life, just being yourself, right? Because there was always someone that was trying to paint you as this, or, you know, give you the title of that, and that's no more. The Age of Aquarius is really about truth as well. So the truth of who you are it's like, there's no other time, there's no other place in time, right? In time where you could have been your true self. So this is the time for you to be your true self, and that's who you are. That's why this cannot work. It just can't. It doesn't fit with the time. It doesn't have a place in its time. Before, right, it did. But where we are in this place of time, who you are, its purpose right now is to shine. Like, that's the time. Everything has its time. I don't know how else to say this, but okay, that's that. And we have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. This person could have been doing a lot of magic, a lot of manipulation, pulling of the strings, a little word over here, a little magic over here, a little confusion over there, a little doubt over here, doing everything they possibly can to like bring this to the surface. But at the same exact time as they were doing this, you were using everything in your magic to just do what you can to be yourself, to be happy, to be free. With that Sagittarius energy, as well as when I split the deck at one point, or was it on the bottom? Doesn't matter. I don't care anymore. But yeah, that's cool. You can do everything you possibly can and want to like disregard my image and try to paint me as something I'm not. But while you're doing that, what I'm gonna do is be who I am, right? I'm gonna be who I am. So which one do you think is gonna cancel out, right? Also, this card, I just realized too, this card has a 3 on it. So this is someone in your past, because we move on. It's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So this person feels they're in your past, and now you're moving on to something new. That's the 4. That is the 4. So 6 of Pentacles reversed, and they don't feel like it's fair because their magic is not working. Like, what did you think was going to happen, crazy pants? Right? It's like 7 of Swords. Be careful because someone's being really, really sneaky. You're also going to have to be very cautious going forward as well. Alright? What was I going to say? Forget it. I'll get 2 more and then I'll close the reading. 2 of Swords upright. And the King of Pentacles upright. That's the official person. So this official person could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. 4 of Cups upright. They feel bad. They want to tell you something. And the only reason why they were going along with something or whatever the case it is because they were confused. They weren't sure. I also feel like this person is unsure of how to tell you something as well. 2 of Swords, King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is unsure of how to tell you something. How do they tell the Queen of Cups something? How do they give the Queen of Cups something? I also feel like now the official person and the King of Pentacles are 2 different people as well. This King of Pentacles could be someone in your past, okay? This King of Pentacles was confusing someone of authority. Like I said, right? They befriended someone in authority or people of power, whatever the case it is, and then they were using and abusing them by this elaborate story, this narrative, whatever the case it is. They were confusing the law. And now the law is like, dang, like, the law, someone feels really, in the 4 of Cups energy, really miserable, unhappy. It could be the King of Pentacles, but I do get a little bit from the official person because they feel like they just got played. So that's... Like, not only did they get played, but they did things that they shouldn't have done, right? Over something that wasn't even true, okay? So, it's a little bit of both. But I do think that this King of Pentacles, upright, he's definitely bitter. He definitely feels bitter about an ending that happened between the 2 of you. Yeah, and I don't know, I feel like he wasn't expecting this 2 of Swords energy that this King of Pentacles is constantly in. This King of Pentacles energy, they need to get out. They're constantly trying to figure out a way how to get close to you, how to get near you, but they don't know, right? They don't know how to do this. This person could be in a marriage right now, or they are trying to get out of a marriage, or they were recently divorced. That, and this could also be someone, this could have been your marriage, or this could be someone that you're not in a connection with. It's weird. But it's all of it, actually. I don't know. It's for some of you, it's either or. So yeah, they're kind of losing their mind because they don't really understand. They don't really know. This person's also really, really stinky. They're really stinky. They're not paying attention to their hygiene. This person feels like so this King of Pentacles that's in the 4 of Cups energy. With the 9 of Wands behind that and the 6 of Cups, definitely someone from your past, right? But they feel like if they could just bring something up from the past or like jog your memory or make you have like memories or remember the good times that we had, right? Remember Yeah, okay, now let me back in your house. It's like that. So, but you're gonna know. You're gonna know. Their energy is not going to lie to you. The Most High God is going to tell you. You're gonna pick up on this. It's not. I don't know what they're trying to do. It's not gonna work. Jesus Christ. This is a reading. Bye.